Hey everyone, this is Lisa from TRW, and in this video I am going to be using the new Siser Metal in Tiger Lily on my cute little Target dollar spot bag. So you may have seen this in my Target haul video, so I'm really excited to use our new vinyl on a super cute glitter bag. Alright, so I am in Silhouette Studio. I'm going to do a fairly simple design. I'm not going to make it too extravagant because we are putting it on a glitter bag. So let's go over and I'm just going to type out bride. Let's go ahead, go to our text tool over on the left side of the panel. We're going to click in our workspace to activate our text tool, and then we are just going to type bride. B-R-I-D-E, super easy. Now I clicked off of it to deselect it, and I'm going to click on it one time. And the reason why I'm doing this is I want to select my text, but I don't actually want to be in text edit mode. So I know I'm not in text edit mode because the box around it is gray, not green. So we're going to do TRW Stadium font. So TRW Stadium font we have right here, and let me fill this in pink so you can see it. Okay, cute, not too bad, but the thing that I like about Stadium font are the tails. So I'm going to double click to go back to our text edit mode, and then let me see, I'm holding down shift and I'm hitting my numbers. So I just hit 2, this is 2. Now if you look at it, because my text is a little bit smaller, the tail looks kind of long. So there are a couple different things that you can do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to double click and select just the bride, not the tail, and I'm going to increase my point size to about 85, and now you can see it kind of balanced out a little bit. You see that? So super easy. I like it that way. If you don't like it that way, you can always increase it, whatever you like. So now this is the same principles that we use for our script fonts. These have overlapping lines. So I'm going to select my design, hit weld, and then we have it all in there. Now don't forget, whenever you weld, if lines are not actually overlapping, like the B and the dot on the I, they don't combine into one shape. So what we're going to do is I selected all of it, right click, and make compound path. What this means basically is we have a bunch of lines that are working together to make one big shape. So we go right here with my zoom tool and check out right here, we have this weird spot with our tail. This happens, and especially because I increased my font size, but not the size of the tail, you get this weird connection. So we're gonna double click on this to get to point edit mode. So you can see all of these little dots in here, which indicate our points. So we're gonna click on this one right in here. And then you know you're selecting one because your mouse changes to this little box with the line through it. Let's go ahead, click on this, delete point, and now you can see we have this weird path going. So I'm going to hit Control Z. We're going to see what it looks like if I delete the point on top. So I hit Control Z to go back. Let's delete point and check it out. So now we have a smooth tail. You can see there's one little spot that probably needs to be corrected. So what this is happening is we have a curve in here, and if you look over in your point editing panel, you'll see that this is corner. So what that means is in the corner here, when you edit your lines, it only edits one side at a time. Now it seems a little bit complicated. Trust me, it just takes some practice. So if you ever see this weird corner like this, just double click, select it, and hit smooth. So you can see that it kind of went kind of strange, but I'm just going to take this little tail and bring it out. And so a really basic thing with point editing, these are your handles. Whenever you have your handle, imagine the line is trying to touch it. So if I take it and go like this, it's just trying to get to me. So I just hit Control Z to go back. Let me view my whole page. And now we have a nice seamless tail. Now, if you are confused about point editing, it's totally okay. This is not something you typically have to do. We do have other videos on our YouTube channel. If you want to see a more dedicated video on point editing, leave a comment below, let me know. Alright, so now we're going to set up our design for cutting. I want this to be big because it's going on a bag, so I'm going to hit it. I'm going to get it probably about 10 inches wide. Alright, so we have this set right here. I'm going to set it up in my workspace, and so the next thing I want to do is I want to do my weeding box. This is just what makes it easier to weed in the end. You're not wasting your material. And I just centered it on there with that button. So now just a couple more housekeeping things. I'm going to right click, flip horizontally because I am cutting HTV. You want to make sure you flip it horizontally because you're going to be cutting it with the shiny side down. Then I'm going to select my design and let's go to our send panel. So Tiger Lily is part of the new Siser Metal line. And so I've actually been cutting that recently, so I do have some presets in there. So you'll see I have my blade at 5. Right now my speed is at 1 because I cut something pretty detailed. I'm going to bring it back up to 10. And then my force is at 15, all right? Now, I can't emphasize this enough, you guys. Please do test cuts. Every machine is a little bit different. Every material is a little bit different. So you want to do a test cut to make sure it's correct for you. Now, looking at this, 15 does seem a little bit high. So I'm going to go ahead, load my material, and do a test cut before I do any of my actual cutting. All right, so my cut is done. One thing that I forgot to mention is that this material, the Siser Metal, is going to cut best if you have it on your cutting mat. Because what happens is this carrier itself is kind of thick. So whenever it goes through the machine without the stability of a cutting mat, it kind of tends to just cut straight through. I think it's the thickness and the way it presses down. Now this is my test cut. I wanted to show you real quick what a good test cut looks like for this material. So when you have it like this, we're just going to find the corner where this square is, lift up on this corner, and you should have the square come up easily and the triangle should stay behind. So that is a good test cut. So I went ahead and I started it like a dummy without my cutting mat, and you can see that happen. But then I stopped it and did one with my cutting mat, and then you can see that this cut is going pretty well. Now, the Siser Metal, if you guys have not used it before, it's a really cool and interesting HTV. Once you peel it off, it kind of feels like the same material as those Mylar balloons. So it's not super thick, but it does have some, I don't know, weight to it. But the real weight in this is your carrier sheet. And don't forget, because we are using this as a cold peel, that's part of the reason why our carrier is so thick. So I'm just weeding out my middle sections, and then, well, hold on. Boom. We have Bride, Siser Metal, Tiger Lily. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim this off the side. We're going to heat up my heat press, and then we're going to put it on a bag. Hi guys, so I'm here with my glitter bag, and you may notice, oh, the vinyl is already on it. It is, because I forgot to press record, if we're being totally honest. So let me do a recap of what happened. So I have my little glitter bag here. This is, of course, from the Target Dollar Spot. You guys know I love it. Now, one thing to note, guys, is I get this every year. I like this year because they have the scallops, but I don't like the fact that the glitter seems to come off way easier than in previous years. So just keep that in mind. So what I did is I pressed my Siser Metal. My heat press is set to 305 degrees, and I pressed it for 15 seconds. Now, you may have noticed, hopefully you did notice, that the carrier is still on this. And the reason why is that this is actually a cold peel. Do not peel it when it's warm. It won't look good. So we're just letting this sit for a little bit to cool off, and then we will peel off this carrier. Okay, so this is cooled off. So we're going to go ahead, peel off our carrier. Now keep in mind, because this is a cold peel, it may resist you in a couple areas. It's totally fine. Now if the vinyl's coming up, then yeah, you probably want to press it again and get it to stay a little bit. But super cute. I think it looks really nice with these Valentine's Day Target bags. And so that is the new Siser Tiger Lily Metal. Okay, you guys, that's it. Check it out. I think it looks really nice. And what I like about this metal is that it's got that nice bright sheen to it, but it's not overpowering. Like, it works well with the glitter. Now, of course, these glitter bags would look nice with any other Easy Weed or strip block even. But I thought, hey, we have our new color. Why don't we go ahead and put it on the bag? So I really like how the pinks work together. I think they complement really nicely. So if you want to buy the new Siser Metal in Tiger Lily Pink, you can find it on our website at therhinestoneworld.com. I will also link it below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And make sure, if you aren't already, to hit that subscribe button, because we are uploading videos all the time. We're going to let this cool a little bit and then peel off our carrier. Shut up, was I not recording?